Okay, we're back. We're back, baby. Episode 9, Still at Home podcast. Thank you. Thank you. Rob was telling me about his amazing week, and I'm going to talk about how I was a literal degenerate all week. I was disgusting. I was a problem, if anything. Okay, let's talk about last night. I got home at 2:30 in the morning. I had a show in Philly, and it was at this like weird haunted place, and the set was good, and then we went drinking a little bit. Nothing crazy happened. I did like 2 mics after the show, and I like did well at the show, and then I ate actual cock at both mics, and the host of one of the mics didn't know me, and he was like, "Who's that fucking bitch?" And I was like, "Exactly." I was like, "Now you get me." I was like, "We're already friends." But I told him he looked like he was a cancer patient, so I was like, it's fine. But anyways, let me just recap the week a little bit. The clips have been doing well. Keep sharing the clips, but I've been getting a little feedback. Feedback's been 50-50. Like, somebody commented on one of my clips and said, I should be locked in a mental asylum. Yeah, I should. Like, that's not... Honey... You're not original with that one. Like, first of all, would I not run the nut house? Would I not run the nut house, Robert?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would. I would run the joint. I love that show, 60 Days In. I don't know if you guys know that show. Amazing show. All prison shows are great. Prison shows, because they make you feel kind of free when you watch them. You know what I mean? Like, I can go to the fridge whenever I want. But... That's the only freedom I use. I can't vote, but I can like get a snacky when I want. I can get a Baby Bell whenever I choose. People are like, "Why don't you want to be in prison?" 'Cause the Baby Bells aren't available 24 hours a day. You ever squeeze the wax in your hand?
No.
With Baby Bells?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wax on top of the cheese.
I thought you, for whatever reason, I thought you meant the cheese.
Do I squeeze the cheese? No, I don't squeeze the cheese. That would be weird. But I can see you doing it.
No.
Every kid at lunch is like playing with the wax, putting it on their nose, putting it in their ear. Rob's like, the cheese. Yummy. It feels good in my hand and my pee-pee. Yeah, but the wax is always fun to play with. You know how most kids like pull string cheese? Rob chomps it. I don't know. But they were like, oh my God. And then everybody last night, like even our friends were like, who's what Rob? And I was like, what do you mean, what Rob? I was like, Rob Stanton. They were like, you're so mean to him. I was like, he fucking loves it. I was like, the house is painted in cum. I was like, are you kidding me right now? It's the best.
I like attention.
Yeah. We all do. Like how you said that very scared, like very mind hunters. I like attention. That somehow I'm drawn in blood. That I like attention is in blood on my chest. But anyway, yeah. So the show was good. Kind of a weird place, but interesting to see. And then we drank, and then I got home, and collapsed. But yeah, I'm back. Oh, back on the Xanny. That's been fun. And God, the dreams have been lucid. They are amazing dreams. Like, I'll have like a couple drinks, and because what you do is you have a really bad day, and then you get home and you sniff out the Xanny, and you get it from your little pill box. And I have a 1950s pill box with cigarettes and Xanax in it. And then you take one, and then you drink on it, and then you have dreams where you're literally... Like, my dreams when I'm on Xanax is like I'm swimming in that milk lake from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember Shark Boy and Lava? It was amazing. He's like sleeping on a cookie. It's awesome. But those are the dreams when I'm on Xan. And I need it. It's very good. But I'm back on the Xan. Oh, yeah. And then the guy said, he was like, you should be... Because men will go either way. Like, one guy was like, you should be locked in a mental asylum, and then another comment was like, yeah, more of that. He was like, be more evil. And then another comment was like, I love your blotchy skin, and that made me angry. I'm working on the skin, okay? It takes time. skin. We're kind of all over the map on this episode. It's more of a ranty episode. But I've got a new regimen. It's mostly Korean, so I'm bowing constantly. But it takes time. Your skin burns, but all dermatologists just burn off the first layer of your skin and then fucking fix it after that. But he was like, I love your blotchy skin. And here's the thing, I'll comment back. Like, I have the time. Like, most people can be like, you know, oh, I have thick skin. I have the thinnest skin possible. It's just bone. I will comment back always. Rob's gonna change the passwords. But yeah, I want to talk about being drunk on Xanax, where I have been doing this new thing on tequila, which, if you don't know, on tequila I spill secrets. No secrets for Romy on tequila, tequiki. It's bad, but I've been doing this thing where when I'm drunk, I'll go up to people at the bar and be like, I'm a cop. I'm a cop. And then they kind of like don't believe me when I say that. Because, like, I don't know, do I look like a cop? Like,
you could be undercover.
I could be undercover. Like,
Yeah.
like young? Like high school? Preschool? Say it. But I go up and I'm like, I don't have my badge. And they're like, what's your badge number? And I'm like, I can't say. And then I'll go up, and then it's like kind of a bit, and then I'll like walk to the other side of the bar and I'll be like, you know what I mean? Like, I just pretend to be a cop the whole night, and then it ruins their night. But I have so much fun. And I have a gun anyway, so it's, you know, it works. But yeah, that's been very fun. It's fun to fuck with people at the bar, just in general. I was talking to someone, I don't even know, it's like all kind of blurry, but this like new open micer was talking to me, and he keeps on wanting me to remember his name, and it makes me forget it even more. Like, I can't, I'm not good with names anyway. On faces, I'm pretty good, but names, I'm like, Well, one time this comic came up to me, and she was like, well, I'm glad you're talking to me, because the first couple of times that we spoke, she goes, I feel like you just looked through me. And I went, honey, I look through everyone. It's not just you. You know what I mean? I'm mean. But that was kind of funny. But he was like, you're going to remember my name. And I was like, I'm super not going to remember your name. And I didn't. I still don't know his name. But he was like offering me different kinds of drugs, which was super kind. I think he knows my birthday's coming up. You should start planning for that, by the way. That's the event of the year. That's your Super Bowl. It's my birthday. And you're doing the halftime show. You're Sad Bunny. I don't know. Sag Bunny? I don't know.
Hey.
I know, no.
Actually jacked.
You are jacked. Wait, so I sent, you know that mirror picture you posted? The TV one? Well, I sent that to Jim, and I was like me when the microwave's not ready. But no, that was like, you have like sleeper build. That was crazy. So do you do gym every day?
Like 5 days a week, 6 days.
Okay. Yeah, that's almost the whole week. Yeah, that's crazy. Rob posted like, Rob's in a like 1950s nightgown right now. Like you wouldn't know he's got the sleeper build, but he posted a picture like kind of like a hot girl post on Instagram in like a fancy like hotel, but he did it in his TV. He did it in his TV, with fucking, what is that? What's the superhero Mark Ruffalo played? The Hulk. You had like the Hulk traps. Okay, steroids. I know that because I inject them in his ass after every episode. And I do some Botox for myself. But I want to talk about, so I talked about telling people I'm a cop, which I think is kind of funny. But let's talk about good drugs versus bad drugs. Because I think there's a connotation that all drugs are bad. And let me tell you, that's wrong. Whoever said that was uneducated. Uneducated? Not educated. But like, you shouldn't do heroin. Like, I feel like that's a toughie to come back from. But if you want to like do whippets at Thanksgiving, that's not that big a deal. Like, that's probably fun. They were talking last night about honey packs. It's like a Viagra or something. Is that like the new Blue Chew? That sounds interesting to me. Because as we know, I had sex with a guy who couldn't get hard, and that's when I got the finger in my ass. Which is fun because I think in his mind he was like, how do I really make this night memorable for her? And it was in my nightmares. But I wonder where he's at. He blocked me. Oh, God. Wish I knew what he was up to. And then the other guy who, the no condoms guy, and then a couple days ago, he was the one that sent me his hard dick and he went, this is me right now. I texted him last night. So he sent me his hard cock like 4 days ago and he was ready to fuck, but I was too far down the highway. I had to go home. I texted him last night, like midnight. He texts back, I'm in a relationship. I was like, you didn't get in a relationship in 50 hours. That's insane. That's insane. And hurtful. But, yeah, that's so crazy to send cock and be like, no, I'm like committed. But yeah, no, I mean, he's beautiful either way. He could do no wrong in my eyes. But let's talk about attractive things. I think there are certain things that guys wear that are just, ooh, it's catnip. It's catnip. And I'm fucking meow. But when guys, they wear chains, that's a plus. That's a good thing. It doesn't have to have the little sizzle sword on it. The little Italian thing. It doesn't have to have that. I love when a man wears a chain. Or when a guy wears glasses. Even if you don't need glasses and you're a guy, like at a bar, just put them on. Because then you can just rip them off like Clark Kent. I think that's kind of fun. Lying. Lying to women right off the bat. They're like, what's your prescription? And they're like, nearsighted, and they don't have it. But, yeah, I'm a little hungover. That's okay. I had a coffee. I've got like this, like, you know when you're like hot after drinking? I get that a little bit. Should we do cold plunge?
Yeah.
That'd be very fun.
You ever do cold shower?
A cold shower? Yeah. Yes, I've had a cold shower.
Like ice cold.
Oh, no.
Do that.
Yeah.
Do that before you cold plunge, because that's like base level. If you can do that for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's probably really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to do some stuff like that. Maybe somewhere in Germany I could do that. But I want to talk about speaking of European, I don't know if people know this, and if you do, comment below. There is a difference between American moles and European moles. Have you ever fucked a European girl?
Only ever fucked one girl.
One girl, not an American. Well, she's not Filipina. What are her moles look? Well, that's too personal. But the my point is, American moles are circular. I swear on my life, European moles are like they're like square. Like they're not circular. Like if you fuck like I fucked a Norwegian guy and his moles were like kind of jank. They were very like, I don't know, they looked like, remember in school like the art pinwheel? They looked like those. But I think there's a difference between American and European moles. So fuck a European. It's a different experience. They say yeah instead of yes. It's crazy. But try that. It's very different. We talked about that. People were telling me in a mental asylum. I had kids over at the house on the weekend. That was fun. A little boy and little girl, and we carved pumpkins. You ever carve a pumpkin? I fucking crushed carving my pumpkin, and I was like drunk, and I was like slicing open my hand carving this pumpkin, and the kids were like, what's happening? I was like, it's fine, go back to work. And I kept carving it, and then but it ended up really good. We like put candles in it and shit, and that's when I knew my life had really taken a turn. I was like, I'm fucking carving a pumpkin at 4 p.m. I need a husband and a 9 to 5. I was like, this has got to be a low point for me in my life. You ever have those like Uber rides home after like a long night and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? Comedy is all about fucking crushing on stage and then having the longest ride home, because you get, like, last night I got paid $10. Like, the guy handed me $10 for the set, and I was like, oh, this is great, like, money. You know, I haven't seen this. I held it up like the Wonka boy. I was like, They were like, cheer up, Romy. And I was like, that's crazy. And then I literally I got I received the $10 for performing my blood, sweat, and tears. And then I handed it to the bartender. And I went, the strongest chocolate you have. I was like, anything. And then the bartender, who was like an old repressed gay man, gave me like just like a red Solo cup full of Tito's. I was like, he understood. He knew exactly what I was saying. But yeah, the only thing you can do is drink away the pain. Anybody who tells you to exercise or eat better to feel better, they're just lying to you. The only thing you can do is mass amounts of alcohol to make you feel better. In my experience. And I wish I could tell that to her. You know what I mean? You're gonna love drinking and doing bad things with strangers. Can you hear me? God, she had good skin. It's crazy because that's who I see in the mirror. You know what I mean? Like, I literally will be like, like, I'll do a whip it and see that. Isn't that nuts? Like, that's crazy. I have that shirt underneath. I don't know how. That's my goal weight. I was so tan. What was I? Was I like a beach slut? Like, what was that? Like, why was I so tan? And apparently a soccer star. It's crazy. Yeah, anybody tells you to eat healthier is fucking lying to you. It feels good to drink. But I'm off the apps. I'm so fucking depressed. But I thought I was going to have a little bit of a meet cute at the farmer's market the other day, which is a sad sentence. But I was holding a bunch of shit. I was with my sister, and we bought, like, sliced bacon. And it was in, like, a long container. And then we also bought avocados. And I was like, look. Like, I made it look like a penis. And we were parked next to a huge truck, and he was trying to pull out, and I was like in between, but I was like, no, but look, like trying to make my sister laugh. I was like, no, because it looks like a penis. And she was like, open the car before I literally scalp you. Like, you know what I mean? Because she's scary. And the truck, like, because I'm totally spatially unaware. I'm constantly bumping into people. I walk like how like a snail moves. I don't, or how a snake moves. Like, I don't walk straight. And the truck started to pull out, but I was in between both of the cars, and I was like, shit, fuck, like, because my hand was going for the keys, and I was holding the penis bacon, and I was like, this truck's gonna, it was a huge, big black truck, and I was like, this thing's gonna fucking step on my foot. So I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And the front window was tinted. And so I didn't know what the person looked like. And then the guy rolled down his window. And it was like a guy with, like, you know, beautiful blue eyes and, like, red hair. And we know I love a redhead. And he was, like, eating a sandwich. He was like, sorry, honey. And I was like, you almost fucking killed me. And he was like, nah. And then I was like, no, but wait, come back. And that's how I knew I'm desperate. But I really thought I was going to die. And then I drank a lot. But, yeah, I'm very bad at directions. I did pass I have my license. I have a driver's license, which is good. But, which I don't even know how I fucking passed that when I think back. But it's such a shitty little route they make you take. I think I just, like, floored it. But the last episode, we were talking about male-female anatomy, and there were a couple comments on the last thing, because I was talking about what a erection feels like. So now I want to talk about, because it's become popular, what do balls feel like? Like, they're sensitive, because some people want their balls touched, and some people do not.
Can we chime in?
Sure, yeah. It's a question. We're getting scientist from Harvard, Rob Stan, on the line.
Hi, Rob Stan. First time talker, long time producer. Balls? When you say balls, do you mean they're being touched or just like right now?
Well, I'm going to touch them.
Okay.
Come here.
It feels like, I guess I'm trying to explain it from a lady's perspective. It feels like...
No, explain from your perspective, because I'll have the lady.
Well, I didn't even think about how they felt until you brought it up. And
right.
I was like, oh. And so now I'm trying to think of, like... Because I don't notice.
Right.
Unless I've sat on them a couple times, and that sucks. That's how I know I'm getting old.
Yeah. What about, do you bike?
Do I bike? Oh, that's one of the reasons I hate biking is because it hurts my nuts.
Yeah.
It hurts my nuts, and I don't know.
That's the name of the Lance Armstrong in that autobiography is It Hurts My Nuts.
It hurts my nuts.
Yeah.
That's why he got rid of the one.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it feels like I'm trying to, I don't really, it feels like you have just like I don't know, it feels like you're trying to like hide something.
Okay.
Like imagine if like you're trying to like hide drugs and get through.
Like chocolate at the back of the pantry?
No, it's like you're trying to like imagine like you were trying to get through like security or something and you were like, oh fuck, I have these, and like you just like tucked it between your legs.
I have these Moncala.
It just feels like you have a sack. I don't know.
Yeah. Great description for women. It's just like you have a sack, women.
Yeah. I don't know.
But sexually, some men want them played with and some do not, which is so interesting because everybody wants their clit touched. Obvi, that's how you come. But the balls, it's like, oh, you're left-handed or you're right-handed. It seems so indifferent, which I think is interesting. So Rob put his take. Now you comment what balls feel like to you in the comments. I think that could be kind of interesting. If I was a man for a day, I would definitely touch my testicles. I think that would be fun. I don't know. Where's this going? Is this where we're at in this podcast? It's just testicle touching. But if I was a man for a day, oh my God. Well, I would love to know what it feels like to come from their perspective.
I think chicks are way more
way more. Yeah.
It's way more better.
It is way more better.
More better. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it is way more better. What's it like podcasting with Rob? Way more better. How do you like hanging out with Rob? Way more better. But no, I think it is. I think there's more nerve endings and such. Yeah, that would be interesting to. It seems like such a superpower to just be able to shoot ropes, though. Like, you know what I mean? It's like having a permanent hose on you. That's crazy. What's the crazy idea? But listen, it's getting cold out. It was a little. I think this is my last episode with shorts. We're gonna go fucking sweatpants the next 6 months. But it's gonna get cold. It's gonna be Thanksgiving. We're gonna black out. Do you ever have crazy fights on Thanksgiving? Our family does. I have a very small family, so we don't invite other people ever.
I have a sister in and out of rehab, so.
Oh, okay. That's the best kind of Thanksgiving. Yeah. You're putting not like the turkey baster in, it's actual heroin into the turkey. Yeah, Thanksgiving's gonna be a fucking nightmare. I was talking to my mom this morning, because this is a podcast about living at home. And my mom said to me this morning as I woke up, I was fucking so hungover, and she said to me, because she's always pushing me to read, which is interesting, because I haven't read in a decade, and she said, I read the most interesting book about parakeets last week that I think you would like. To which I open hand slapped her. Because you just can't say shit like that to me. You know what I mean? Like a book about parakeets? What the fuck could that be about? Now I kind of want to read it, just to know. But, yeah, comment below what you're reading. I remember I was on a date once with like a really smart guy, and he was like, what's the last book you read? And I like panicked, because the last book I literally read was called Purplicious. And by the way, it's a trilogy. There's Pinkalicious, Purplicious, and Goldalicious. And I couldn't recommend it more. But yeah, I haven't gone on a date in a while. That's tough. I think something that's getting on my nerves is, I think we've talked about this on the pod before, but like vocal fry. Do you get turned off if a woman has vocal fry? No. I not that I'm turned off or whatever, but it's just like, it's so fucking annoying. Like, I just like, I don't know. I can't, it's like knife on a plate, for me. But I'm like deeply autistic. One of these episodes, I'll go through all my autistic traits. I think that could be fun. Because we've all got the tism. It's all a spectrum. I could be on Love on the Spectrum. How fun would that be? I could be on Love on the Spectrum, except I'd be on the Australian version. That'd be so funny.
In your Australian accent.
Hi, how you going? It's not bad. It's a bit.
It's actually really good.
It's tight.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Wait, my heart.
How you going? What else can I say? But yeah, the Australians. I had sex with an Australian. Oh no, I think it's from New Zealand. New Zealand's a bit tighter. It's surfers. They get fit at work. I'm like, Rob, wake up! I'm doing it. No. Yeah, if I did Love on the Spectrum Australia, that'd be fucking hilarious. I love trains. I need a boyfriend, and I love trains. How you going? Why am I male? Why am I a guy in Australia? I can't swim. I drown. That's how I don't get a boyfriend, because I drowned in Australia. But like, I pass like the autism test to get on Love on the Spectrum Australia. I pretend to be from the Gold Coast. Every Jew wants to go to the Gold Coast, you know what I'm saying? No, that's funny. And but one day I'm just gonna plant my ankles. Like, that's what I'm getting to. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna figure out a way. I want just one day like a rope around my ankle tied to your section. You know what I mean? That's called spread eagle. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah. Should I apply for? Well, my sister told me I should do Love Is Blind, which
You'd be really fucking funny on that, bro.
But what if it's they don't like my personality? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'd be the one that they'd be like, relax. There's never been so much enough through a wall. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just nowhere to fucking meet anybody. That's the problem. And I don't want to do like pickleball. Like, you know, it's like, ugh, it's so gay. But improv. Meet a guy at improv.
Yeah.
Yes, and my pussy. What the fuck am I gonna do at improv? I've done improv. That was fucking awesome. And then I quit because it was dumb and gay and nerdy and everyone hated it. It's crazy when you have to quit something you're so good at because everybody fucking hates it. I would rather, like, walk around in a literal Nazi uniform in Center City than say I did improv. That's how I feel. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm cool. Like, I have limits. But yeah, improv. That was fun. But yeah, I did that when I was like 16. I also did golf once. Do you ever do golf?
I've done like Top Golf.
Yeah.
I do disc golf.
Yes. I think I've done Top Golf once too. It's super fun. Golf is like, I feel like people shit on it because they think it's boring, but it's basically legal drinking and driving, being with your buddies, and hitting shit. Like, it's a good time. Speaking of golf, I did, you guys ever do axe throwing? You never done axe throwing? But you know what it is. Yeah. I don't know why, but when I did axe throwing with my friends, I was like, oh, what bar are we going to go to after the axe throwing? They were like, no, don't worry, there's a bar at the axe throwing place. I was like, so we're leaving without limbs? Like, I don't understand. Like, the fact that there isn't so many lawsuits against axe throwing.
They make you sign a ton of shit.
Yeah, no, I signed like a 100-page waiver. The waiver's basically like, you cool with no legs? Like, you know what I mean? But I'm like, no. But I can't believe there aren't more men without like arms from going to getting drunk and like throwing axes. Like, that's so insane to me. Because you can get drunk and just like, I've seen clips where people throw it and it hits like the floor and it ricochets back towards their fucking head. That's not fun. But yeah, the axe throwing. Yeah, I gotta go. Write down like a hobby you guys are doing. I need like I'm busy, but I need a place where I wish there was like a soup kitchen with homeless men that were all tall and Swedish and liked me. You know what I mean? I'd be volunteering every weekend. Yeah. It's fun going out in Philly to the bars because all the men are completely blacked out. And the bars is just shoving. That's what it is. It's just literal. Like, I was out with my friends and Oh, and there was this huge guy who was so blacked out, and we were dancing. He was pushing, and I just fucking shoved him as hard as I could, and he didn't even feel it. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, he was having a good night. Well, this was a fun ep. Covered lots of ground. Comment below what you like done to your balls, because I think that's interesting, and I like to read about that. Comment below hobbies where you're meeting good-looking people, men, women, everything in fucking between. And follow Rob on Instagram, Rob Stan Comedy. Follow me on Instagram, Rob Comedy. And to all the homebodies, we'll see you next week.